Welcome to this tutorial on A Holly Jolly Christmas. This is from Christmas Playtime Piano by Faber, level 1. So for this piece, typically we're used to hearing this with a swing rhythm. So in the beginning, for example, we're probably used to this. But for practice, we're just going to be doing straight, what we call straight eighths. So if we were counting this first part, it would be 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little bit more straight for the time being, up until you get comfortable with the notes and the rhythm, and then adding the swing is a pretty easy process. So diving right into the piece in the beginning, noticing that the thumbs are sharing on middle C, and then the way that this piece goes, we do have a black key in the bass clef part, so that's the flat sign on the B. So the first time that happens is at measure 7. So since there's a ton of B flats everywhere throughout the piece, I'm just gonna place my 2 on that B flat and keep it there the entire time. So that means we're gonna move our hands just a little bit further into the keys so that it doesn't like slip off that easily. So if we're up here, there's less room or more room for 2 so that we can just kind of place it there comfortably. Okay, so every time we have if we're looking at the lyrics, have a haul, it's the best, have a haul, and when you. So there's a lot of pickup notes or upbeat into the downbeat figures. And noticing that those all have a slur to staccato on the downbeat. So we will approach it every time in the same way, like so. So quick legato to staccato. It's the best. Have a haul, and when you. So that's how we do that. And then if we're looking at measure 6, notice that the 5 is circled and it says move 5 to E. So that's why in the little diagram of the keyboard up at the top of the page, there's like a 5 parentheses. And that's because when we get to the word year at the beginning of the song, we're gonna have to shift that pinky maneuver down a step to E just for that one note. And then we're gonna quickly revert back to how we were with the pinky on F, going into measure 5. So it'll look something like this. It's the best time of the stretch. And then we go back and keep playing. Like so. One thing to note is whenever we have a piece that requires the melody between both hands, so taking turns between left and right or vice versa, we always want to do our best to play those legato as possible. So I like to call it like the seesaw action type of playing. So for example, a really good example would be on measure 6 into 7, where it goes right, left, right, right, left, right, left. So notice that I did not do. So I'm playing the right notes and everything, and in the right hand, or correct hand, but it just sounds really choppy. So the point with that slur sign is to be able to play that super connected and legato. So how we do that with different notes, it's kind of like a seesaw action. One goes down, the other comes up. And of course, with repeated notes, we can't really truly connect those, so it's okay to just keep your finger close to the key. But for the other different notes, we can definitely play those connected and smooth. Moving on to the next page, take note that on measure 22, there's what we call a natural sign. So everything up to this point with the 2 finger, it was on the B flat the whole time. When we get to 23, since it has the natural, we're going to actually move that 2 up to B natural, which is technically regular B, and that's going to carry through the whole measure, like so. So coming in from 21, it would sound like this. And then after that, B flat comes back at 29. So right after you hit kiss her once for me, let's revert back to that too and continue throughout the song. So I'm gonna go ahead and play through once without swing and then with swing, so you can hear the difference. So here's without swing. So that was without swing. And then with swing, we have, so whenever we see 2 eighth notes that are being together, we're gonna approach it with a long, short feel. So like long, short, long, short. And then going to the end of the piece at measure 29, there's actually 2 pairs of eighth notes back to back on golly have a. So that one without swing, with swing, long, short, and then we carry on. So I'm gonna do a run through with swing this time. And that's it for the swinging version of Holly Jolly. There is a duet part to this piece, so if you decide to do that and want to play along with the YouTube duet recording of this duet part, you would actually move your whole position from here, just up an octave, to here, and then the accompaniment for the duet part would be playing here. But either way, if you're just playing to the recording, our hands won't get in the way of each other because we're not sitting next to each other necessarily. So you could do either option and it would work very well. So now I'm going to go ahead and play through the duet teacher part. So when you're really comfortable with the piece, with swing or without, up to you, you can go ahead and play along with me. So how this is going to go is you start the piece with have a, and then we come in together on hall on that downbeat on measure 1. So I will do the count off. I will go 1, 2, 3, you come in on 4, and then I'll be together with you on the next beat 1. So remember, you come in on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.